Welcome, one and all, to What If Naruto was the granddaughter of Kuruma, Part 3. Where we last left off, Sumi was raising Naruto, and now, we just entered the academy, I believe. So yeah, we're gonna do, we're gonna cut through the years in the academy until the last year. Because nothing really interesting kind of happens. The only major event is, on the second to last year, Kiba gets enrolled. So Kiba's enrolled, so right before they graduate, a few things. Naruto and Sasuke have become good friends. Even though, one thing is, the Chiha massacre did happen, but, Naruto helped, Sasuke through all the grief and, kind of built that tight relationship, like, you still have family with me and stuff like that. And, so what we're last, gonna do is we're gonna start with the graduation test, and everything, goes normally. Since Naruto is, smart in this one, she passes easily because, one, she doesn't have her Kurama sealed in her. She's just a kitsune, and she already has good chakra control, and because she's a kitsune, she's really smart, so she passes easily. But she's was kind of lazy, so she didn't, for her whole school year, she kind of like Shikamaru, where she didn't really try, but she tried on everything, so she kind of averaged out. And so this is where things will differ. So because of that, Sasuke still gets the Rookie of the Year. We're gonna cut to team placements, and we're gonna cut to the council, and they're having a quick meeting. It's okay, what teams, or his reasons, what teams should we get? And since Hana went kind of to the, become a veterinarian, she's not going to be able to run a squad, and technically she's still, I believe she's a tuning still at this time, so she's not going to be able to run a team. And Sumi is too busy with the clan head, so she can't run a team. So they decide and have a conversation on who's going to get to Chiha and who's going to get Naruto. They're kind of arguing on who's we should put them on the same team. And Kakashi's well, I want Sasuke because I could easily train him. And so Kunai, you know, has her arguments and they talk about it. So that's what happens, and Hiruzen's like, okay, I have your decisions, and your factors, so I'm gonna deliver the team placements tomorrow. So let's get to that and see which teams will be formed. So everything goes with team 10 is the same, all the other teams. So we get to team 8, and she's like, Ruka's like, alright, team 8 is Hinata, Shino, and Naruto. Team 7, Sai, Sakura, and Sasuke. So this is gonna be the first time that they get split up. And Naruto and Sasuke have been very close friends, and this is the first time they're gonna be not set on a team. And Team 8's team will be team leader will be Kurunai, and Kakashi will take Team 7, and I will go and talk about next episode will probably be about Team 7's and all the other stuff. So I'm not gonna cut them out just yet. So I'm just gonna have Team 7 in the next episode. So this episode we're gonna focus more on Narco. And yeah, so that's what happens. So in this is not gonna be a Mitsuki incident, because he doesn't really hate Naruto and as much in this timeline, so none of that happens. So we're gonna cut to Kurunai picking up her team, and she's like, teammate with me, and they all go with her, and they go to a Dango restaurant. It's like, okay, we'll do likes, dislikes, and all this other stuff. So I'll go first. My name is Kurunai, and my likes are she likes the village, and she just wants to protect it, and she wants to be like the best genjutsu mistress out there. And her dislikes are perverts and sexist people who don't believe female connections could be as strong as male connections and all this stuff. And she's like, okay, your turn. And Shino's like, my name is Shino Amarame, and I want to be the best clan's head of my family. I like bugs, and I really don't know much about Shino, so I'm just gonna cut to Hinata. I'm sorry. Hinata's kind of the same. She's like, I want to be a good clan head. I want to get rid of the curse in my family, which she's referring to if you don't know, the curse, the birdcage. And she wants to be, like I said, her hobbies are, she also says her hobbies are flower pressing, and she likes sweet buns, and she kind of does the same thing. She's like, I dislike perverts, and but that's about it. She's still, and this one, and now it's kind of her still canon self. So Naruto will probably break that out of her. And Naruto's like, well, I like my family. I like Sasuke. Um, and I like my dog. Um, I like my dog Momo. And you hear a little yip next to her. And so Kurenai's like, okay, well, that's good for introductions. So we'll meet up tomorrow, and your real Genin test will begin to see if you truly deserve the beginning. And I was like, I thought we already passed. He's like, ah, that's. I was like, that's to see, to weed off the weaklings to see if they have what it takes, but apparently they don't. So they sent back for a whole year. This is to see if you truly have what it takes to be a ninja. And she disappears and leaves. And Naruto says, I would like to hang out with you guys, but I have to meet with my mom. And she gives a quick little bow and runs off. And Hana's like, oh, well, I'll see you tomorrow. And she just shrugs and walks his different way. So we're going to cut to Naruto running home. And she runs into Kiba. Like I said, Kiba is a couple years younger than Naruto. So he goes like, oh, big sis, it's so nice to see you. So, let me see it. And Naruto's like, okay. And she hands him her headband. And he kind of, he's like, oh, that's so cool. It's like, I can't wait to get mine. So, are you officially a ninja now? And Naruto's like, well, no, apparently we have one more final test that I can't tell you about, or I get in trouble. Top secret. And she's just teasing him. And Cupid's like, oh, you're cool, big sis. I'm going to surpass you one day. It's like, well, you can try. And she's like, is Hana and Mom home? So, and Cupid's like, no, Mom had to do a clan meeting, and Hana's still at the hospital taking care of some animals. So it's just me and you. Well, Naruto's like, oh, if it's just us, how about I cook something? And Kiba's like, no offense, big sis, but you're not the greatest cook. She's like, Naruto just pounces like, oh, come on. She's like, and Kiba's like, oh, no, please, let's just go out. And Naruto's like, fine. And so they have that little moment. And they go off, and they they go to the ramen, and Kiba's like, ramen again? Man, you really like this stuff. And it's like, Naruto's like, well, if I'm paying for it, we go where I want to eat. When you pay for our meals, you could go wherever you want. So they eat, and they meet up with Konohamaru. And Kiba's like, oh, hey, Konohamaru. And Konohamaru's like, who's this with you? And Kiba's like, oh, that's my big sister, Naruto. And Konohama's like, oh, that's your big sister? I thought she'd be a lot taller. And Naruto just gets to take him on. She's like, I'm still growing. And Kiba whispers to Konohama, like, yeah, she's growing in different places, though. Mostly in their chest area. And Naruto picks that up with her fox hearing and bonks both of them on the head. It's like, I don't need to deal with your two little perverted thoughts right now. And she pays for a meal. It's like, Kiba, you could play with your friends, be home before dark. And she darts off in a huff. Because, so, like, just to describe her, she is a little shorter, so she kind of has, Naruto is kind of more on the like heavier side, if I would say, at this time. This is how, she's born with. So, she's a little shorty, I'm not going to go in more detail about that. So, we're gonna, Naruto walks off to the direction of Sasuke's house. And, she meets up with Sasuke, just relaxing, eating, a rice ball. And she jumps in through the window and kind of, she's like, oh, hey, Sasuke-kun. And Sasuke's like, this is kind of a bummer that we're not on the same team. She's like, I told you to try harder and we could probably be placed on the same team. And Naruto's like, that's not how it works. They always, if anything, I would have had to try and become dead last. And because they always put with the top Rookie of the Year with dead last, so. But I didn't feel like being the dead last. So, sorry. And she's, winks at him and kind of sticks out her tongue. Kind of like that silly anime pose that, they do. You can picture it where, So they have a little conversation. And Naruto's like, I got a surprise for you. And Sasuke's like, what? And Naruto pulls out a pouch. And she's like, well, I've been growing these in my garden for a couple months now. I think they're finally ready. Here, I know you like some sweet tomatoes, so I get you some sweet tomatoes. And I hope you like them. And she's kind of blushing. And Sasuke like takes a bite. He's like, these are good. You should be proud of yourself. And he's not only picking up the hint right now. And Naruto's like, well, I got going. She kind of picks up, like, he's oblivious to the little flirt she did with Sasuke. And she's like, well, I gotta get going. It was nice chatting with you. Hopefully we can meet up and, we can have a team meetup later this week. And he's like, yeah, I'll see you later. And they jump away. And Naruto heads home. And Sasuke gives his little classic Sasuke smirk. And like, I'll see you around. He whispers to himself as she's jumping off. So we cut back to Kiba and Kimura. And they're just having a fun little conversation. And they meet up with Udon and Mogi. Moe, I forget her name, I'm sorry. And they they play ninja, and Kiba's like, I gotta get going before it gets dark. Mom will kill me if I'm late, like literally. So sorry about that. So I'll see you guys next time. And he runs home too. And we getting kind of 20 minutes on. So next time on this we'll go into Team 7's initiation, and then if we have time left over, we will go into Team 8's initiation with Kurunai, because I have something planned with Kurunai right now. And we will leave it off there. Thank you guys for listening. Please, as much as I hate saying it, but please like and subscribe. Stay safe out there. And one last announcement. I might have another What If coming out tomorrow, but it won't be a Naruto What If. I'm going to do a My Hero What If, because I think I have a really cool idea. So if you like that, please go watch it. And thank you and goodbye.